This is Carl at National RV Detroit, and I'm going to walk you through this 2020 Mesa Ridge fifth wheel model 371 MBH. Alright, so start here at the rear here. Now, this is not a floor plan video or a sales video. This is just a basic how-to. This goes over some of the features and gives you an idea how it works, okay? Now, this has an automatic leveling system on it. It's a 6-point system, so you've got 3 jacks on each side, hydraulic jacks. Now keep in mind you have this strong arm here, which is like an added feature. It takes more of the wiggle out. There's a T-handle right here, right? You can see it right there. So you want to loosen that a little bit when you bring the jacks up and down. Once you get it into position to where you're happy, you can give them a twist and tighten them up, and that keeps it from, it steadies the jack so it doesn't wiggle from side to side as much. Now before you put it back into hitch height or whatever, you want to loosen them a bit so they can travel freely, okay? Alright, that's important. Okay. So just by looking at this, I can see the type of slide outs you have are called Accu Slides. Okay, you can tell by the 2 cables on each side. Now, back here, let me just take a quick look and see what we've got here. Okay, yeah, same thing here. I was just trying to get a better look of. Okay, all right. So you have a power awning with a LED strip. Your stairs fold in and out of the trailer, of course. You can adjust the length of the legs by pulling this pin here or the pin on the other side. Okay, that's your center ground controlled jack for your auto leveling system. Okay, this right here is a quick connect for your LP system. So there's a valve right here that's on, that's off, and this is a quick connect. So your grill will hang right here on a rack, and then you have a rubber LP line. Let me see if it's here, or where it's at, I should say. Okay, well, I'll make sure it's in here. Oh, here it is right here. Okay, so this is also a quick connect here. You just got a male in here. So you have to connect the grill to the LP system using this hose. Now, I noticed that you have the grill here, and this is the rack it sits on, so this will hang right there. And then you come this way, you've got a griddle, right? This pulls right out. Let me try and get an understanding of what we got here. Hold on one second, please. I guess I should have looked at that before I started the video, huh? Let's see. Okay, yeah. So you've got a griddle here, and to turn, the gas is already connected on this one, but to turn it on off, it's this valve right here. And then of course you got your temperature, that sort of thing. This comes right off. It's very heavy, but it comes right off. So that's your griddle. So really you got a griddle here, plus right next to it you'll hang your grill. So you got a lot of space to cook. Dorm refrigerator. This is a 110 AC refrigerator, so as soon as you plug in the trailer it turns on. Okay. Alright, so let's move along. This tool happens to be for if you need to bring the awning in and out. If it fails, this is the tool you use. You have to read the directions or watch the online video in order to do it. It's not something I can just explain to you. So if you get the position where you have to do it, you're going to have to check out the video or read the directions, okay? But that's what that's for, and this is just a regular 6-point 3/4-inch crank. A little farther in, I don't know if you can see it, but that's your coil sprayer with a spray gun on the side and then a quick connect on the other side. So you can plug that into any port. It has at least one here, but sometimes there's more. We'll keep our eyes open as we move around the trailer. Here's a better view of the T-handles I was telling you about. This one has two, so you make sure that these are loose when you're going up and down, and then when you get it down in the position, you snug it up. But always remember to loosen it if you're gonna snug it up. Okay, all right. Here, see what we got here. So we have 3 20-pound LP tanks. Okay, so some people, you know, the idea, I'm told, using the 20-pounders instead of 2 30s, which is 60, obviously they use 3 20s, which is 60, is that you can exchange these 20-pounders out real easily if you need to. So that's what I'm told. I don't know. I guess it makes sense. This right here is in case you want to install a solar panel to charge your battery. It would plug in right here, and then of course your batteries are in here. You point it at the sun to charge it. You have 2 27 series batteries here. Okay. These are run, basically they're outputting, they're connected together, but they still output 12 volt DC. It just doubles your storage capacity. Okay. So you have that, and also let me look around here. Okay, let me move on. There's going to be a kill switch. It's probably in this compartment here. Sorry about my camera work. Okay, yeah, so this is the kill switch for your batteries, so you can shut them on and off if you ever want to. That's on right now. You should always have it on when you're plugged in at the campground, because your power converter will be charging your batteries, and then when you're pulling it down the road, the alternator, or your tow vehicle's alternator will be charging them, so you want them on. But when you put it into storage for a period of time, you can shut it off. Now there's 2 ways to control the leveling system. There's a touch screen inside that has a lot of options. Then you have this one here, which is basic. You turn this on by, right there, you push both arrows at the same time, and you would just push auto level. Auto level will do just what it says. It'll level it, right? Now, when you retract, you don't do retract all, because it'll even drop. It'll make the nose of the trailer will also dive, because it'll retract that also. What you do after you're done camping is you push hitch height. Hitch height is the same position the trailer was in right before you auto leveled it. So theoretically, you should be able to just slide if you go back to hitch height, you should just be able to slide your tow vehicle right underneath and hitch up to it, and it should be very, very simple. So to level it is auto level, and to get it back to a place where you can hitch up is hitch height. Retract all will also retract the front, like I said, the front landing gear, and it'll nosedive. So it's not the end of the world, but you know, obviously you don't want that. I'll show you the touch panel inside. It has some more features. You can basically operate each jack independently, things like that. So okay, all right. I think that, and this is your dump hose here. Okay. All right. So this is your water dock here. So gray tank, black tank. You always dump the black tank first, because it's toilet water and waste. Then you dump the gray tank, which is sink and shower water. Then, if you want to, you'll still have this in the open position, like so, right? So that's open. You can hook the hose right here to the dump station, hook it to here. This is the black tank flush. And turn it on, and it'll spray the inside of your black tank out. Clean off the sensors, that sort of thing. But you always remember to have this open before you turn the water on, okay? So you can clean your black tank out even better. Okay, this is city water connection right here. You put the hose on there. Now, if you're just going to operate it normally, you're gonna go to this position, like it's called city water. So you have the hose on here. You'll basically put it just like it is now. You see the red one is horizontal, the blue one's vertical, and the black one is horizontal also. That's what we have right here. If you want to fill the tank, let's say you're going to a campsite or a campground that does not have plumbing on the campsite, so you want to pre-fill your fresh water tank and use your onboard water pump to pump the water, well, you would do this. You change it to this position here. You can see that's tank fill. It would fill a tank. When you're winterizing the trailer, you're going to go like this. into this position, right? And to bypass your water heater, it is this position. You can see that one there. So switching these valves around will put it into any configuration you need. So right now I'm going to put it back into city water, right? And pump city water. So after you, keep this in mind, if you're going to pump from the tank, after you fill the tank by going like this, right? Then you would put it back into the same position you would put it in for city water, because this does both. And then you turn on your pump and it'll pump water, okay? Just like it normally would. All right, so you have a light in here too, of course. I showed you the hose that can go on there, of course. All right, bring your supply hose up through here so you can close this door. Okay, I gotta pick up the pace. I only have a little less than a half hour before this thing stops. So, all right, so you have a 10-gallon hot water tank. The switches to operate it are inside. It works on either LP gas or electric. Never run it without water in the tank, especially on electric, because it'll burn out the heating element really quickly. And to drain it is right here. Keep that in mind, that to drain your water here, you just pull that plug out. It's just a nylon or plastic plug, whichever it is. I'm not sure if it's not a metal plug. Use my camera work here. Okay. So there's another gray tank right there, right? So keep that in mind. Your shore cord is at least 30 feet long and it's 50 amps. So this has 2 air conditioners, so you have a 50 amp system. And we give you this adapter to adapt it to a 30. And then there's another adapter in the front compartment here that'll adapt it down even more to a 15/20 at home, just so you can plug it in at home if you're packing up or something. Just remember, you can't run the air conditioners on 15 or 20. It'll eventually pop your circuit breaker, okay? All right, so yeah, that was the second gray tank. Just looking as I go here. This is the drain for your fresh water tank right there. You can see it back there. Okay. Now you have a ladder, which is a great thing, because the manufacturer states you should inspect the roof every 90 days. So somebody needs to go up there and look around, check for cracking and separation with any of the sealant up there so water can't get in. Check and make sure low branches didn't damage the vent covers or the roofing material. Just give it a good look over, and if you see anything, take care of it immediately. That's very important. Most people do not do enough maintenance on their trailer, on the seal. So, okay, up here you can see there's your backup camera. I'll show you where the screen is inside, give you a basic idea how it works. When you come to pick it up, we'll go over everything you need to go over with you. So we'll do that. And plus, this is kind of a reference also to look back on. I don't go over everything, but I go over most of it. I know I'm up close and I'm jerky and the sound is lousy, but that's what I have to work with here. So, okay, so this is your analog panel here. Let me get down here. Okay, so you have your lights here, your water heat pump. Remember, it tells you there's a water pump. You turn it on right here. Your water heater, you run it on gas right here. This is electric there. Okay. Your tank levels. Your battery's charged. Fresh water's got a third in it right now. Black is empty, gray 1 and gray 2. It has 2 gray tanks. One of them is for the bathroom, sink and shower, and the second gray tank will be for the kitchen. I'm sorry, for the kitchen faucet. So you got 2 gray tanks. This is the control for your power awning and the light on it. These are your slide room controls. Okay, it's all the same as just about any trailer. This, let me take this off. This is your power converter. So what this does, it converts AC to DC power. So hopefully I can get in a position where you can, let me move it a little bit so I can back the camera up here a little bit. So yeah, see, regular house will hold the regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home anyway. They're AC power, 110 AC, 120, whatever. And they're all labeled down here, right? So that's AC power. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC over here. You have 12 volt fuses instead of circuit breakers, and they're all labeled right here. Also, when you're plugged in, I mentioned that when we were outside that this is also a battery tender. So when you're plugged in, it'll keep your batteries charged also. If any of these fuses blow, they'll actually light up. And you can see them through this tinted plastic here, okay? All right. Okay, so I told you there was a touch panel in here. This is it right here. You have your leveling, your lighting, and your slide outs. You can operate them from here. You also can operate the slide outs from your analog pan layer, and you can operate the leveling system from up front where I showed you, although that's limited. So we'll just push leveling right here. Okay, then we'll go to leveler. There you have it. So this represents the jacks here, rear, left, right, front. You have auto level just like you would with the other one, but you have different functions here. Auto retract, manual mode, which manual mode you can operate all of them separately. So if I want to select manual mode, I just push enter and I would select that, okay? And then it just goes over more information about the jacks, what positions they're in. I guess I can't enter that, I gotta finish it. There we go. Okay, so when you're operating the jacks, obviously you would go into manual mode, then you'd, here, let me show you. Oh, I can't do it that way. Let me do it right here. Okay, so you pick like the front section, and then you would go up and down with the plus and minus arrows here. Okay, put it back to where it was. I'll go this way. So you back out of it, and then you can do your lighting here. You can see that's right here, obviously. Your slide rooms are here. Slide 1, 2, 3, and 4. To give you an idea, it's very simple. Okay, so you have two ways to do almost everything when it comes to your control panel. Okay, hopefully I said that clearly enough for you. Sometimes I confuse myself after a while, so I can understand. Shower works like any other shower. Sink works like any other sink. This is a GFCI plug. Remember, all the plugs are wired through a GFCI. You got a fan. Always run the fan with the shower to pull the humidity out. And your toilet. Now the thing with RV toilets, I'm sure you know this, but you can't run them dry. Right? By dry, we're talking about the black tank, which is directly below. Right down there. Okay? So that's the flush pedal, of course. So after you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You'll come in here, you'll put 1 dose of chemical in here. Then you'll stand on the pedal. Water will come swirling out and go into the black tank below. You stand on the pedal till you put about a gallon or so of water in there. Some people use more, it's up to you. But the main thing is you got to have water and chemical in there before you start using it, or else the smell will be overwhelming and it can get clogged up too. So you always want to have water and chemical in there. Never use a dry black tank. Okay, also, when you flush this, it'll default to about this full, right? If you want to add more water, you just slightly push this down, and it turns on the water valve, but doesn't open the trap, and you can fill the bowl as far as you want with water. Okay? All right. See what else we've got here. TV mount, and keep in mind you always want these to be red or green, whichever color you have. They're both, that means the same thing on both of them, but you can shut it off. But that's the signal booster for the digital antenna, so you always want that on if you're going to be using the antenna. All right. This is just storage in a dog bed. Okay, and then you have wardrobe storage right here. Right here. Okay, plenty of storage. Got storage underneath in drawers. This, of course, comes up and you got like a glorified foot locker here. Okay, I'll put this back down. Alrighty. You have another thermostat up here. This would be zone 2 because you have 2 air conditioners, right? So zone 2. There you have it right there. It's just, you push the mode, you've got, let me see, air conditioning. You've got fan, which is just the air conditioner running without the compressor. You got furnace, all that right here. Okay. Let's walk back into the middle section here and look around for a second. Yeah, so you have another thermostat over here. So same thing, you hit the mode button to light it up, and then you go through the controls. Fan, which is the air conditioner running without the compressor. Cool auto, that's what you would want. You always want, when you're using the fan or the air conditioner, you always want to keep it on auto for the fan. Okay, furnace and off. Now you have a power vent somewhere here. I guess it's probably over here. Yeah, it's up here. It's got a power lid on it, so it's normally 3-speed, so that operates from here. So you can hear it going up there maybe. And there it goes on. So you don't have to stand on a ladder. Obviously, you can just do it from here, which is cool. Let me shut it off and lower it here so I don't forget. Okay. Alright, so let me pick up the pace. Like I said before, this time I actually have to do it. Always strap your chairs in place. They won't keep them from moving, but it keeps them from bouncing around, so you're not going to break a window or something with it. Alright, this here is a hide-a-bed with foam panels. So you take the back cushions off, you grab it right below the front cushions, fold it out, drop the legs, and you got a foam hide-a-bed. It's actually not half bad. Your chairs are powered here, plus you have a USB port to charge your phone or tablet, whatever you've got. This device here is the carbon monoxide LP gas detector, right here. It should always be green like it is. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, leave the door open, shut the gas off at the front and figure out what's going on. So it'll detect carbon monoxide or LP gas. And if you read the little legend on it, it'll tell you what the different flashes mean, so you'd actually know which is detected if you want. Also, if it beeps very slowly, it's telling you your batteries are low, so it's a low battery alarm. I'll put it through the test here so you can hear it. LP is good, carbon monoxide coming up. And then low battery alert. Okay, and then back to green. Okay, if it's not green, get it serviced. Now, your fireplace and your sound and your TV all have remote controls, of course. They're probably right here. Yep, sure enough. While I'm looking at here, these devices can actually, you can actually run your Accu Slides. You have to climb up there. It can be an ordeal. But the bottom line is this will fit into the motor, and then this end can go on a drill, an electric battery powered drill. You can actually move them if you need to manually. That's what these are for. This is your fireplace remote. That's your stereo remote, obviously, and that's your TV. I guess I'll just do it this way. Let's see here. So you have on and off, obviously, for the fireplace. So you see it's low, that's the fan speed. I don't know if you can read that or not. High, that's fan speed. There's temperature after that, right? Let me go back down here. Okay, so back to high. So that's how you set the temperature and the fan speed. You can select Fahrenheit or Celsius, of course. It also has a timer on it, so you can set it to turn on whenever you want. So let's say you get up at the same time every morning. You could set it, if you get up at 7 o'clock, you could set it to turn on at 20 to 7, and you take the chill out of this room without using up any of your LP either, because it runs on 110 AC. So it's programmable in that sense. So this here is your sound, and it does play discs too. So CDs and DVDs in here. It'll stream off this USB here. This HDMI here is an in. So if you want to go into the system with a game machine or anything like that to keep kids busy on a rainy weekend, you go right into the system there, okay? You also have Bluetooth, so you can hook up wirelessly with your phone or tablet. You have AM/FM radio and all of the normal stuff that goes with AM/FM radio, you know, presets and all that. You have 2 speaker zones. One is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. So there's a lot you can do with it. Like I said, you can put all your favorite, your entire album collection really on one USB stick if you wanted to, and you can take them all with you. So that's kind of neat. Soundbar that obviously is hooked to this. Let me see if I can get on my feet here again. Okay. Storage. Now the TV you want to strap shut. There's going to be another part of this because you don't want it to fly off or anything in transit. So keep that in mind. Alright. So the microwave works like any other microwave. You got built-in fan and light. I don't know if the gas is on right now or not, so I'll just talk you through it here. You can see that, yeah, there you go. So it's that simple. You just push it in and turn it to the temperature and then let it go and it lights. Oven does the same thing. You got 4 burners, 4 knobs, and then an oven knob, of course. You have different lights, oven light, and then this ambiance light, mood light, whatever they're calling it these days. The cool blue light that everybody's got to have. Okay. Pantry here. Spice rack. Okay. Now, this is your screen for your backup camera. You plug it into your cigarette lighter in your tow vehicle. We'll show you how this operates when you pick up the trailer, okay? Refrigerator is very simple. It's this is a gas absorption refrigerator now, so it works on either 110 AC or LP gas. So let me just go this way here. This is your function. So you see the black is the plug, so it's electricity. That's gas. This is auto electricity. That's what you want. That's the most common way to set it. Basically, it always seeks out electricity first. Can't find it, it'll light on gas. Or if you have a power failure at the campground, it'll sense that any time of day or night, and it'll automatically switch over to gas for you, so you don't spoil your food. Temperature-wise, you're going to have it up as far as it goes almost always. Okay, this one goes. Well, I've never seen one go up to 9 before, so. But anyway, it's going to be up to the higher end either way. I mean, if it starts to frost up, obviously, if it's cool outside, you want to back it down. But so you got on and off. You got the mode, which you use most commonly. You'll use auto electricity, which means it takes electricity takes parameters, but if it fails, it'll always switch to gas on it for you. So okay, you probably know all that. Your center room here. This obviously turns into a bed right here. And then there's the rest of the sofa explanatory. You got a TV mount back here, so you can mount a TV. You got all your hookups here. Okay. Pretty self-explanatory. This is let me look here. Yeah, so this cabinet here is actually pre-plumbed and wired for a washer-dryer combo. So if you wanted to get a washer-dryer combo, this shelf comes out and it fits right in there. With some of them, if they've measured or put it correctly, you can actually slide the washer down here and then put the dryer on top without moving this. Otherwise, you take it out. Either way, there's a way to install it. Okay. Okay. I think that about does it here. Let me look around real quick. Yeah. Yeah, so, okay, well, I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit, and I want to remind you about the manufacturer stating that every 90 days you want your roof seals and the roof in general inspected. That's important. And, of course, it has to be winterized before it freezes, that sort of thing. Other than that, we're all set. We'll go over any other thing you need to go over when you come to pick it up, so we'll give you a good walkthrough. You can use this video, hopefully, as reference. All right? Thank you.